I was just talking to my cuz. We were just talking about the Diddy situation, man, and I brung up the Suge Knight. I said they offered Suge Knight about what 20 to 30 million dollar bail, and Suge Knight killed the person, ran over another man. You know what I'm saying? And he was offered bail. P Diddy didn't kill nobody, and he he offered the judge $50 million, and the judge denied the bill. The judge said nope. You know what I'm saying? We don't want no money from you, Diddy. So that goes to show me that whoever Diddy crossed, you know what I'm saying, was really, really powerful. So powerful enough that the judge, they didn't want 50 million. So it's a difference between money and wealth. Wealth talks to judges, wealth talks to police officers, wealth talks to mayors. Now, wealth is the person who signed LeBron James checks. You know what I'm saying? Y'all might think LeBron James got a lot of money, but think about the person who signs off on your checks. How much money is that? How much money does that person have that could sign his name, his John Hancock, his signature on a piece of paper, and you instantly is a multi-millionaire? That's how it works, you know what I'm saying? So the people who Diddy crossed is some powerful, powerful people. And I heard it was a liquor company from Germany. Now, these liquor companies, now when they are founded, they are founded by great, great, great grandfathers who probably paid what $50 at the time, and now these companies is turned into multi-billion-dollar companies, and they are gatekeepers, man. They are old men, old women who don't like no young, flashy people coming in here shaking it up. Or I remember when Cam talked about his scissor up, his liquor brand. How old men didn't like it. There was young, baggy jeans, tossing around money. When these men had wealth, it's a difference between money and wealth. Wealth talks to judges. Wealth say your money no good. Your 50 million is no good. You know what I'm saying? That's money. 50 million is money. Wealth is billions. You know what I mean? Wealth is generational money. That's wealth. Generational. It don't go away. It passes on down to your kids and your kids' kids. Back to the liquor company. The kids starts to work in the liquor companies, and they nephews, and you know what I mean? So the money stays within the family. That's how they be so wealthy. It's the difference between wealth and money again, like I said. You know, Wealth is the person who, when Shaq was in the NBA, shines off on Shaq checks. That's money. That's wealth, you know what I'm saying? So they are some powerful, powerful people, man. Powerful people. And Diddy's gonna get off. You know what I'm saying? Diddy's gonna walk. They have yet to prove anything criminal, man. All we're hearing is stuff that we don't need to hear between two adults. He hired escorts. Escorts been around since forever. Deuce Bigelow, Mill Gigolo. They make movies on escorts. Escorts is not some prostitute you grab off the street for $10 and nah, bro. These escorts was well paid. Obviously, you know what I mean, they are, licensed or whatever. You gotta go through, you know what I'm saying, to make thousands of dollars a night. You know what I'm saying? So obviously it's a service. So what you gonna charge them for getting escorts and stuff like that? If that's the case, you gotta shut down the whole escort service. You know what I'm saying? Why is the escort service allowed to be around? You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. So what is the case riding on? it was all fun and games when, you know, everybody's joking about the 1,000 bottles of baby oil. And then you heard it was drugs in the baby oil. Cassidy confirmed that is nothing in the baby oil. So next, like, what is the case building on? And everything they touched on in the case, the defense is crushing it. You know what I mean? It's crushing anything they even try to bring up. I'm talking about the prosecution. Anything the prosecution tried to bring up, the defense is crushing it. They crushing it. Simple as that. So they just gonna hold Diddy for the months in jail. Prison is when you get convicted and all that. He's not gonna get convicted. So he's not gonna go to prison. He's gonna stay in jail for these couple months from September all the way until the trial is over. Then he's gonna be free. You know what I'm saying? And then they're gonna go to Plan B. Plan B is to get Diddy out the way. And y'all know what I mean by that. You know what I'm saying? So that's how they move. They 3 steps ahead. They know the case is weak, so they're already working on the Plan B for Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Cause Diddy is like the Mark son, who the higher ups saying, yo, nobody deal with him no more. Even when he get off and he's found not guilty, you caught dealing with him, you're gonna pay some consequences. You're gonna face some consequences. So now everybody is gonna be, if they do deal with Diddy, it's gonna be in secret. It's gonna be in silence. They ain't gonna take no pictures with the man. It's gonna be no more freak offs and all of that. All of that is done once Diddy get found not guilty. Can he bounce back? That's gonna be a good question. Can Diddy bounce back after being found not guilty? It's gonna take some time, but in the world we in now, once you're a celebrity, once you're famous, good or bad, people are gonna gravitate towards you no matter what. But like I told you, the Plan B is in effect, you know what I'm saying, to get him out the way. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to put it in the nicest way possible. But that Plan B is in effect if Plan A is ineffective. You know what I'm saying? That's how these higher up work, man. And that's what it is, cause crazy work out here. Crazy work out here. So they just grabbed Diddy to shake up everybody who's trying to, rebel. Cause Diddy was rebelling. That's why he named that network Revolt. He was leading a revolt. So, they had to sit him down. Hopefully he learned his lesson. That's what they're saying. Hopefully he learned his lesson while being sat down in that jail for a couple months. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna get years out of him. They only gonna get months until the trial is over. So from September all the way until, I say the trial over in probably early August. From September all the way to August, you know what I'm saying? Close to like a year. They might have got out of Diddy. But nothing less than that. Nothing more than that. That's guaranteed, Cause they have no case. It was just to send a message to anybody else who think they was gonna go that route. You know what I'm saying? Whatever route that they felt that Diddy was going, they had to stop it immediately. And they did stop it. You know what I mean? They did stop it. I'm not even gonna lie to you. They stopped it. Now everybody is paying attention. Everybody know that the case is weak. The media ain't even talking about it no more. The media was, they fell back. Cause you don't gotta be a lawyer to know they don't got nothing on the guy. This was just a shake-up. So I heard they're trying to take his money now. So they're trying to take his fortune, which is a strategic strategy in war. In war, you know what I'm saying, you take your enemy's resources. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they're doing. They're taking Diddy's resources. So it's gonna be a nasty fight. It's gonna be this ain't gonna end even when he's found not guilty. It's not gonna end even after that. They still gonna try to get him again. They're gonna come back. They're gonna come back. You know? Yep. He crossed some dangerous people, man. And they playing for keeps. Obviously. That 50 million was no good. And let's see what happens. This is week 2 of the trial. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't no trial today, but they back on tomorrow. It's your boy Kavion. Hit that like, subscribe button for your boy, and I'm out the building, y'all. Peace.